Hi everyone, it's Anna from CV Labs and we're back talking about how to make your job search easier and get you hired for the job you want and deserve. I've been wanting to do this video for quite some time now as I've been getting so many questions about cover letters. Do people still read them? Is it worth spending time and effort on writing a cover letter? And most importantly, what does a good cover letter look like? So today I'll cover all of those things, share with you what makes a compelling cover letter, we'll even look at a few examples and talk about how you can repurpose, fancy word alert, reuse your cover letter throughout your job search. If you want to learn how to make the most out of your career, subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell and be the first one to watch my new video every single week. I'm counting on your help to achieve my first 1000 subscriber milestone on YouTube. As soon as we get there, I'll do a special live stream answering your career questions. Writing a cover letter seems to be one of the most challenging aspects of applying for jobs, at least one of the most controversial parts for sure. You can put in quite some time and effort to write a really good cover letter, but not even know whether it was worth it and if anyone is ever going to read your letter. Truth is, they may not. Different studies show that anywhere between 28 to 56% of recruiters expect you to attach a cover letter with your application and are actually going to read it. Here's the popular opinion. Not only do recruiters not read cover letters, but they won't even open that attachment that you enclose with your resume and even give it a quick glance. What they want is your resume to help them evaluate whether you make a good fit for the opportunity or not. By the way, if your resume is not getting you any interviews at all, here's a video where I share a few best strategies to refresh your resume and get the most results. If recruiters don't pay that much attention to cover letters, I'll tell you who does: hiring managers. Not all of them, of course, but the hiring managers I've talked to, most of them have shared with me that they do pay attention to cover letters and use it as an extra tool for screening candidates. At this point, it's a 50-50 shot. Maybe they don't read your cover letter, but if they do, you get an extra chance to pitch yourself as a great candidate for the job. And trust me, that chance can cost you an interview. A hiring manager is more prone to read your cover letter than anyone else involved in the hiring process, especially if we're talking about hiring managers at smaller to mid-sized companies with relatively lower hiring volumes. So what's my take on cover letters? Basically, it's up to you. I personally would hate to know that I haven't done everything in my power to get a shot at a job that I really want. What's your take on cover letters? I'd love to hear about your experience and your examples, so start typing in the comments below. Writing a good cover letter can be quite a bit of work. So how do you maximize the chance that your cover letter actually gets seen and all of that effort doesn't go to waste? Email your cover letter directly to the recruiter or the hiring manager as opposed to simply attaching it as a file with your job application and naming it cover letter. Cover letters have gotten so boring over the years, which is a shame really, that not that many people expect to read something truly exciting when they see a file named cover letter. So when you're emailing it directly, meaning you use your cover letter as the text of your email and not as an attached file, you put it right in front of them and that makes it really hard to ignore your cover letter. Now that we know how to get the employer's eyes on your cover letter, let's make sure that what they find in there does not kill all of their motivation to contact you and continue the conversation.
I knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense, I had no idea what to do.
So first, let's get the obvious part out of the way. Your cover letter needs to be well written, meaning no errors, no typos, no template phrases. If you didn't care too much when you wrote your cover letter, guess what? Neither will the person you're sending it to. Here are the three main ingredients of a compelling cover letter. 1, it shows that you're qualified and how you can add value. 2, it tells the employer why you're excited about this opportunity to work for them and not someone else, which means that your cover letter needs to be tailored every single time. And 3, your cover letter is engaging to read, which means that it's not too long, it's straight to the point, and it has some personality. Now, let's look at some examples. Here's a very typical opener I see in cover letters. Dear Sir, Madam, I'm writing to express my interest in the business development manager position at your company. Really? That boring? I have a spoiler alert for you. If the purpose of your cover letter is to talk about your interest alone, No wonder that the other party will not be that much interested. You want your cover letter to stand out. No time for stalling. You need to grab their attention right from the beginning. So for example, it could go something like this. After 10 years of driving retail sales performance, I've seen high volume retailers struggle with unlocking new opportunities for profitable growth. Under current economic conditions, my experience turning stagnant business segments into multi-million-dollar success stories would highly complement your company's growth objectives. This is a much stronger opener for two main reasons. In the very first sentence, you're immediately touching upon the main objective that is clearly derived from the job description. So in this case, we're talking about unlocking opportunities for profitable business growth and development. In the second phrase, we're going directly into the main challenge. So clearly we are building a bridge between the challenge that the company is currently facing and the competencies and skills that you bring to the table. Another great way to strengthen your cover letter is to include a referral. A referral can put in a good word for you and help increase your chances of getting hired. Plus, there's extra motivation because a lot of companies these days offer referral bonuses, which means that if you get successfully hired for the role, the person who referred you will receive a bonus.
A year's salary right here. What I call them? Fun coupons.
It's definitely worth taking a few more minutes to see if you know anyone who works at the company and can help refer you to the job. So make sure to check your LinkedIn network, your college alumni network, even your Facebook friends to see if you know someone who works at the company and who could be a good referral for you. What else can help make your cover letter stand out? If you use it to highlight your most relevant skills. Avoid using your cover letter to simply repeat everything that's already stated on your resume. This is your opportunity to highlight the most relevant parts of your experience or your skill set that can benefit the employer. So use your cover letter to highlight your top 3 most relevant skills that they are asking for looking at the job description. So you already know how important it is to have a strong opener in your cover letter. What about how you close your cover letter? Close it with a follow-up plan. If you have a contact person, mention how you're planning to follow up with them instead of simply saying, "Thank you for taking the time to review my application." Here's one way to do this. I would appreciate an opportunity to discuss in more detail how I could address the needs and challenges of the marketing manager role and show you some examples of my work. If I don't hear from you sooner, I'm happy to follow up over email in 1 week to see if we could set up a time to connect. Looking forward to continuing our conversation. When you're using your cover letter in the text body of your email, make sure to include an email signature with your name, contact information, and a link to your LinkedIn profile. If you want your cover letter to resonate with whoever ends up reading it and create some kind of an emotional response, I'd encourage you to consider the specifics of your industry, because every industry has its own standards and expectations, and it's important that you take that into account when you're putting together your cover letter. For example, in the tech world, you probably could be a lot more relaxed and conversational, or maybe not even need a cover letter at all. And that may not be the case for slightly more conservative industries like the finance or management consulting world. I hope this video was helpful. Good luck putting together a refreshed cover letter. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments right under this video. I'll also share my contact info in the description below, so please feel free to reach out. If you liked today's video, don't forget to hit thumbs up. If you loved it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again soon.